Pika Man here, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. For some reason, I don't remember what I did last. Never mind, I remember now. All these pages. Why is there 9 pages? That's 54 possible save slots. It's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have smacked before coming to the club. So either you weren't hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forgot you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing, you're always hungry. So that only leaves the one option. Oh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening and her face was in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It's just something in my book. Yuri. Tell the main character let me borrow some money. Don't get involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Sorry if I'm talking a little bit fast. I'm trying to get to the creepy part as soon as possible. ... I didn't mean that. I did too ordinary that. I really like going to speak my Yuri. It doesn't happen much, it's fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right though. I did do something I didn't have to accept the retribution. That, still, coming from this Yuri, because there's a little devil inside of us all, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come with her with the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that. Wow. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something that smacks her right in the face. She'll ask, ow, what is, a cookie. Sure enough, the giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this severe? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It's totally worth seeing your reaction. Sweetie. It was so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hooks the cookie. Please just eat it. Sayori quickly tears open the paper and takes a big bite. So good. Or so good. Sayori suddenly puts her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too. Nice. So you gonna try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, what do you think I could do that one? I don't really have to really show this one. Sayori gets on her seat, goes right now, Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand, Natsuki reaches to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down, takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! She's serious this shit. Full Sayori trots for safety. Yuri and I like as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Oh yeah, can you tell Sayori, Natsuki answers aloud. Monika isn't even clever. Probably hacking the game. Probably should have spoiled alerted that. Still waiting for the preview part. Probably should spoil alert every time I say that as well. Yeah, Tinker's does well. This part's almost here, right? What? Oh, where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. No, I'm not either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular. So, do you think she has a? I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably the whole entirely and always confined. That's not true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I don't mean to be late. You don't worry or anything. Monika's supposed to feel a little more natural. You're so strong-willed. What are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period is, I'd say, a study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the ring bell. You would have heard the bell ring, not the ring bell. Trying to talk fast, get the creepy part, and now I'm mixing up the words. I should have gotten through 4 minutes. That still doesn't tell me. A message from her since I was practicing piano. I'm suddenly remembering that one scene from Mastiff movie. That wasn't where you played music as well, Monika. I know, really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe when they get a bit better. Yay. Not sure if I said that sentence correctly. It sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I'll lay down the main character. Monica smiles sweetly, and all the other characters are gone. Why? What happened to all the other characters? Did you hack the game? Spoiler alert. This doesn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I just leave serious when she reads this campaign. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. I look over, it looks like everyone has already settled down. Sorry, someone already finished her entire review. The area is back to her book. Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I hear Natsuki. I'm pretty sure I said that. Wrong. Pretty sure it'd be more like that. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. I remember when the creepy thing happens. It's the day of the festival thing in the game. Not sure which day that is, though. I would look it up, but I'm looking for something in there? Freaking Monica, she never puts my stuff back in my spot. What's the point of giving her a collection organized? Someone else is just gonna mess it up. Natsuki decides a bunch of stacked books boxes across the shelf. Manga, you read manga, right? Sometimes. Actually, for me in real life, it's like all the time. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Well, I mean, I have 120 subscribers, and I'm admitting I like manga without knowing how any of them feel except one. And that one probably knows I'm talking about them. If they don't, then I'll just tell them over Discord. Manga, I hear that. How do you know anyway? How did you? I heard you bring it up at some point. Some point? Besides, it's kind of right now in your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out of the stack. There it is! Nessie snatches out my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing the box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know, right? That reminds me of literally every time I go to Barnes & Noble to get the next volume of Fairy Tale. They have all the ones I have, and then they just skip like 43. I don't know how I got on volume 11. I was lucky. And next time I go, it's probably like 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 42, 57. Or something like that. I know how that feels. Take a closer look at the box she's wearing. 5 girls. It was a series I've never heard of in my life. I've heard of it. Of course, I've also watched a playthrough of this game. Matt Pat's playthrough, to be exact. I just realized I missed one playthrough of this game, yet I know how it ends. And it was an edited version as well. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. Checking a judge, you can do the glass on the door. She points at the classroom door. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't say anything. That's the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, main character. I don't want to change my name to main character, but I don't know how to do it. Considerous lesson from the Literature Club. Don't judge book by its cover. So you mean in that FNAF book right there, the Into the Ball Pit one, I shouldn't expect to see a ball pit and Springtrap inside the ball pit? Springtrap's probably not going to be in the ball pit. That's probably accurate. It's probably going to be no Springtrap inside a ball pit. It's probably the main character goes into the ball pit and then finds Springtrap later, not Springtrap in the ball pit. Because that would be weird, a grown man inside of an animatron, and inside of a robot costume, inside of a ball pit. Pretty sure ball pits made of like fine shirts. I gotta finish that book. In fact, as he pulls us the first volume of our papers from the box. I thought I said last for a second. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Start the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. Boom. Now I know what the cover looks like. It's exceedingly low. Don't just stand there. Oh, as you guys turn around, pulls you out of the closet. Then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window, so close darn ads. They always pop up in triplets. This is like my 5th video on this game, and they're usually 30 minutes long, except one that was 60 minutes, so 30, 60, 90, 120. Right, that one was 60 minutes. So it's 100 and 100. I've spent 116 minutes on this game, which is 4 more minutes, and that will be 2 hours, and I'm still not in the creepy section yet. Should I get to the creepy section at some point? Like, is it within 2 hours of starting the game? I mean, obviously not, but is it within 3 hours of starting the game? Past the ground next to her, so let me sit there. Wooden chairs be more comfortable. I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it'd be easier to close the key like this. If I could mimic the sound when you get caught in, I forget what game that was, that I've never played. I think it was Metal Gear, but I'm probably wrong. That sound that got turned into a meme when you get caught. If I can mimic that sound, that's what I would input here. And I can't edit videos yet either, so that's not getting inputted into there. Maybe later in the future. Don't just say that. I think you feel weird about it. I'll just across his arms as Gooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to see anything this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space. Wow, she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much eager to begin reading. Wow, how long has it been since we read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. If I did that, I wouldn't have read Volume 1 and 2 of Fairy Tail twice now. 3 times, one of those 2. Because I don't have the full series. I have 11 volumes. I haven't actually read Volume 11 yet. I gotta do that at some point. Half effort. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can't talk at the same time. Looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical size of life. This game. I kind of get one of these instances for the written, for the writing to be entertaining enough to make it for lack of plot. So, what else was I expecting this? Is there gonna be plot? Well, obviously. And you know, enjoy something that didn't have a plot. I can make something that doesn't have a plot. Actually, no, everything has a plot in some way, shape, or form. Like, there was a potato. Potato ate chicken. Chicken died. The plot is that the potato is eating the chicken. Just with 3 sentences, I made sentences, not seconds. Seconds is not a word. 3 sentences, I made a thing that has a plot. I mean, well, I guess that's, I don't know what you're saying. A lot of these beginnings about simple things. And a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy in an ice cream shop. I'm just hoping to get to know these characters. Besides, it's entertaining. But later on, there's a lot of drama, like when they get into the backstories and some kind of run I stress that, but this word right here. No. Not sure if you know this, but I don't really care for romance. Still waiting for the creepy party DLC. That's why it makes it. That's really what makes it good. So good. There's so many touching parts of this, so it sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait, what is that supposed to mean? Oh, that's who gives me a little shift. I just put that I haven't seen you at your full power. For good sake. This chapter seems to be about begging. It's just a guess, but is there a lot of begging that's wrong? Well, this could pause for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you're into you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. So if just getting into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Yes, very coincidental. Just like I got into building killer robots, same time we got into FNAF. I don't actually have the parts to do that yet. I probably wouldn't make them homicidal. I need to learn robotics. Like I'd never get anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone who's that impressionable. I'm gonna go now. Ow. Haha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all our hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Natsuki is really good at it. So who am I to judge? ... Review's on a few more minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. You're a quick reader. It takes me like 30 minutes to finish a chapter. Of course, I'm referencing when I was reading Harry Potter and actually keeping track of the time. For the mangas, I have no clue how long it takes me. The FNAF books, well, I mean, that took me a long time to read, but of course those were very confusing. Still gotta read into a small bit, see if that's less confusing. HGS isn't boring for you. It's not. Even though you're just watching me read, well, let's fight with that. If you say so, I guess it's just fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I can send my friends to pick up something you enjoy. You know what I mean? ... Question mark. You know? Is there a little animation? I missed it because I was reading the text really quickly to get to the creepy part. Darn, that's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I ever get friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. It's not though. I mean, manga cannot be for kids, and I have a foolproof explanation why. Profanity. You think I'm joking, I'm not. I mean, even Fairy Tail has curse words. I'm pretty sure Natsu said a curse word. I don't actually know. But there's always profanity. The 7 deadly sins Miliatis exists, and if you've read Volume 1 or watched the anime, you know why what I'm referencing to why manga is not for kids. Like little kids at least. I can't even bring it up without them knowing, like, hey, you still haven't gone on you? Makes him a punch him in the face. Isn't that a bit harsh? Isn't that a bit harsh? I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort if anyone won't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Somehow, like, all of my friends like manga. All of my 3 friends. I mean, I have more than just 3 friends, but my 3 closest friends, they all like manga. And I know all of their YouTube channel names as well. I'm already kind of losing, so I guess is gravitate towards the other losers over time. That's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, pretty accurate. It's very correct. Wait, which part? Hold up. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But that's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, which part? I feel like I can't keep them to my own. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. I used to save here in the clubroom, except Monica is kind of jerk bad. Oh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, I'm here reading it, but it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? Dash. And my mouth's pretty darn close to your neck. ... Now my mouse is off screen. So, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip page. Something actually starts happening. Totally forgot that happens. Let's see which hanging around one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. I always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it's especially bad when, as soon as starts talking about that, just finish this chapter. Nestle's voice sparkles with excitement. It starts to contrast to usual bossy tone, but she's not used to sharing her favorite anime with her friends. I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when you're connected to someone like that. And being able to fight from asking who room is a rare experience. Okay, good, I didn't get that wrong. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone, are you scared, Dad? Oh, come on. This is your time to be angry first. Seriously, when this creepy still start happening. Sorry. Oh, wait, I forgot. Sorry, squiggly line. Don't need to put that much emphasis on the squiggly line. I'm gonna stop swimming that key. I just need to make sure we have enough time. So you did a quick goes over there, As you suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me, she hastily sights herself a good 12 inches away from me, 1 whole foot. Alright, guess I'll start here for now. I close the book and then towards my feet. You're not just getting it back? Do you not? I had that read wrong. Yeah, but Marco just said, don't be dumb. Take it home. Just take it home with you, Is that really alright? It's mostly because I genuinely found excuse me for pretending this. Of course. It wouldn't take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Isn't that a little harsh? I mean, that's the kind of threats I use when done around manga, but still, isn't that a little harsh? By tomorrow. We've only gotten part 3 through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try and get through this. I'm currently watching one show, and it's already finished. Unless it's not, I don't know. But I suppose this is a necessary sacrifice next to interesting excuses through the ask phase. What am I scared will happen if I don't finish it? Alright, man. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully book my bag. Randomizer 9 million. Okay, 2. That's nice. I didn't choose that on purpose. I swear I randomly picked. I got the number pad and I was just spamming all of them and then just randomly stopped on 1 and I stopped on 2. I'm going top down 2 is Natsuki. Natsuki was reading back above. She keeps glancing at me back at the poem. I know she must have read it more than once. Question mark. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good. Okay. There, I said it. It wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? I mean, in real life, I am pretty bad at this. The poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me, obviously. You think I let you enjoy your reason for writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, yeah, okay, it's a problem. He's trying to impress you. I'll tell you, dash. Instant replay, but slower. Oh, that's a question. Oof. Natsuki's face freezes. Like she just realized something. Did I say something? Did I say something? There is no H here, so it's something, not something. You. You're trying to impress me. Natsuki vigorously sketches her eyes over the poem one more time. Then the poem still and flourishes to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red face Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, main character. Did you do something to Natsuki? I took this pencil right here and this paper right here. This is actually like 12 papers. 12. It's like 8 papers stapled together, folded in half because I'm writing a comic. I did that, and I did that, and then I got writing on paper and I show it. That's pretty much how that went down. I was trying to get this creepy part, not joke around about this. Oh, also I made a character called the Creepy Man in the Corner, not that that's relevant to anything at all. I'm good at going off topic, aren't I? I decided, Rich, I like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? I mean, I just told you. I took this paper, not this specific 8 stapled together papers that I'm going to write the comic with. I took this pencil, not the pencil I'm going to write the comic with. That's this pencil over here next to these colored pencils. that I'm not going to use for the comics, except maybe the cover. This is the pencil I'm going to use for the comics, but so this isn't realistic. This pad paper, this 8 stapled folded and half stapled together papers, and this pencil that's not going to be used to write this comic. I did this and got writing down, and then I showed it to her. That's how that went down. I just said that. But this is a game and you can't hear me. Am I insane? Probably not. Hopefully not. But no. Are you still at? My voice gets caught in my throat. I know you're sentient. So, why not listen to what I said where I said, take this paper, not this specific 8 folded and half stapled together papers, this pencil that I'm not actually going to use to write the comic, I did that, and then I did that, and words appeared, and I put paper in her hands, just stood there like an idiot. There's no way I could tell I'm not going to join the first house. I guess he's pulling mine and forces us to click sub. She was feeling her smile. Smile fame from her face. I see. What do you see? And why did I say it with that voice? You wrote this for next week, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't you like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you knew her taste so well, right? Are you sure you're not cheating, main character? I mean, I've seen a playthrough of this game before, and that's not actually how I was doing the poem. It was like, ooh, I like this word, I like these words, I like this one, and then most of them happened to be like, I get a lot of my, I feel like I might have gotten some of my personality from watching that playthrough that one time, 2 years ago, 3 years ago actually. That was about, it's around the same time I got into manga when I watched the first playthrough this, isn't it? Okay, I'm back. What do you mean by cheating? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I can't hack the game files. I mean, I technically can. I've duplicated all of the files for those CHR files in case I decide to eventually, when I finish the game, try somehow getting it downloaded again instead of the screen that appears when you beat the game, and then also seeing if you delete both files rather than just the one in the game, and then also later like duplicating the Sayori file and then waiting for Sayori to get deleted, and then opening the game files, re-adding Sayori, and seeing what happens, because that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Might just reset the game, but I don't know. Nobody cares. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. I mean, I did, because I know you're sentient, and I know you know this is a video game. I know this is a video game, but main character doesn't know this is a video game. So that joke wasn't directed to main character, it was directed to me. But maybe not, I may be overlooking things, maybe I'm not. I mean, I know the ending of this game. Go away ads and add triplets. Anyway, how do you think Netflix feels about you? Or, oh, you don't need to answer, that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! And so he comes back and I just pull out of Monica's hand. I must have noticed her under the closet. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things so I for you know. You have a bad but the character at the poem. We're supposed to share with everyone, right? I was confused. You apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, I think my character is done sharing the poem with everyone. It's not like I want to read it anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist, what? Like what? Like, never mind. See, I'll give you the poem, but it's still very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess my character's right, and see, it's not fair that it's not fair if you're not even finished reading it. Like how the main character just brought up Sayori. Just left Yuri completely out of that. Like, no one cares about Yuri. It's pretty harsh. Fine. Let's see, returns my phone. It's not like she's going to like it though. Anyway, read my poem now. Oh no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. I mean, I don't like spiders, but that's not relevant. In fact, I have arachnophobia. Fun fact. You know, I heard Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. I don't think they're icky, wriggly, or ugly. I just think they're terrifying, because, you know, I was like 5 and I was told, hey, black widows are poisonous, and now I'm scared of all spiders. Because black widows are poisonous. No, I am not kidding. That is how I got arachnophobia. All the other fears I have, I don't actually know how I got. Especially the fear of the dark. How did I get that one? It's a mystery the world may never know. I mean, I could probably figure out why if I tried hard enough. It's probably the little horror games I played. Horror games probably aren't good for my paranoia. Oh well, who cares? Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. I mean, I don't like love songs. Fun fact, I don't really like any romance stuff at all. Except this game. Mostly because of the scary part. That's totally the only reason why. I'm gonna get teased about that forever. Alright. Every time she's saying the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the word. But she likes spiders, and that's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I see her talking to a lot of people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. And I'll be better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. What the bleep? I mean, this is probably unnecessary. Spiders aren't gross, they're just terrifying and poisonous, and I'm just giving myself paranoia, aren't I? I hope there's not a spider in that corner over there. I just recently cleaned my house, except that corner over there. That corner has a water heater in it, so I'm not actually allowed to go over there. It's blocked off. Not sure why there's a water heater in my room. It's probably dangerous. So I hope there's no spiders in there. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday. Yesterday was just way too short. It was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, his message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I mean, I am terrible at analyzing poems. I hate analyzing poems, which is also why I was watching the show once, and then I correctly identified the credits theme, whatever that's called. That's rhyme scheme. I correctly identified that rhyme scheme, even though I'm bad at analyzing poems and I hate analyzing poems. Why did I analyze rhyme scheme? I doubt I have to explain it. Please do. I didn't catch that. I mean, Amy likes spiders. I caught that much. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues much simpler in analogies. It helps me realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone agree with the subject of this poem isn't like anyone would agree the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know how people feel like that? No, not really. I'm gonna be completely honest right here, right now. I am an introvert. I like to stay in my house. I don't like to go to school. I was homeschooled for 3 years. And that counter may go up in the future, not gonna lie. And then the quarantine happened and I'm like, hooray, I get to stay at home for longer and do less socialization. I am not very social. I am definitely an introvert. Of course, it's about how everyone thinks. That doesn't matter. It can be bad at anything. Everyone to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. I mean, I like to draw comics. Weird hobbies or guilty pleasures I have. I like to make horror games. And I like to play horror games. And then make make the lore dark and complicated, and then make up a shadow Pika man used to connect literally every single one of my games to make a long, overly convoluted, overly complicated lore. I am not kidding. If in every single one of my games that I cared about creating, you can somehow find Shadow Pika Man, and it is canon to the lore of my mind, I guess. Except for the original Five Nights at Pika Man, that's no longer canon. I might find a way to make that canon again, though. Not gonna lie. So, most of my games are canon and in the same universe, and if there's any people out there like, that sounds like a good thing to make a theory off of, go ahead, do it. I need more theories. That's what I wanted. Like 2 years ago, I made a game. I'm like, can't wait for some theories. Here I am 2 years later, still no one theorizing on my games. Anyways, back to this game. Something that you're afraid people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. No, I can't think of one of those for me. If I do, I'll make a video on it, don't worry. And that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn respect for others, liking their things. Well, you're definitely right. Oh, I taught something that I like. I like to eat orange peels. Literally no one else I know does that. Scratch that, all citrus peels. And watermelon peels. And cherry stems. And grape stems. Just a lot of things that regular people don't eat. And rose flavored cookies. I want to try it rose now. If you want to make fun of me for that, go ahead, I don't care. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless it's a good message to take away from it. I like writing to give other people entertainment, though all of my stories suck, and that's probably why I don't get that many likes. I'm not linking it down. I'm gonna just scrap that. This pad of paper, though, the comic that's going on this pad of paper, is actually gonna try, actually gonna make it be good, and it's not really a good message. It's just gonna be entertainment for entertainment purposes only. Curse words ahead. Like, conveying emotions is important. I don't think that happens that much. I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it, okay? What day is it in the game? I didn't want to read it. Wait, hold on. Okay. Landing on 3K. Hi again, main character. It was silly and that's earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. ... Okay. Well, anyways, I'm bored now. I'll play a different game. So, save game right here.